Hello roommates, it's Jelana coming at you with another design video, and this time we're going to create a coloring book in Canva. While you're here, go ahead and click subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video drop. Now let's get started. First, you're going to head over to canva.com, and if you are an educator or remember your college email address, you can actually get Canva Pro for free. Then you want to click on this button that says create a design. I want my width to be 11. I want my height to be 8.5. And I need this in inches. All right. 11, 8.5, and in inches. We're going to create a new design. Okay. So now that our design has been created, we are going to cut this big sheet of paper. We're going to cut it in half so we can tell when we fold our book where the midline is going to be. So over in Elements, you're going to click on Elements, click on Line. And just a regular black line should pop up. We are going to rotate this 90 degrees. There's a little box that pops up that shows you what degree you're at. And then we want to extend this all the way through. Just in case it's not in the middle or it's crooked or something like that, those purple or red guidelines that pop up are there to help you. So I'm going to position this. It's in the middle. It's in the center. So we're good. Okay, so we've got the half of our coloring book. Our coloring book is going to be 10 total pages, so we need 5 of these. This is going to be our color sheet. We're going to duplicate it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times so that we see page 5 up here. Okay, cool. So all of our books, all of our pages are set up. I'm going to scroll back up to the top and I'm going to grab a background. I designed the Will You Be My Bridesmaid specifically off of a bee theme. So I'm going to type in honeycomb background. And the reason I want a background is so when I attach it to my my page, it already kind of stays where it is. I don't have to be worrying about it moving around and whatnot. So I'm just looking for a really cute honeycomb. You could use anything. I think I chose this one last time. But there's also options to do a closed one, which I'm going to need. So I'm going to pull that to the side. Or you could do a full like yellow background. I just thought yellow was a little, crazy. A little too much for my eye, so I didn't want that. I like a lot of white space on my coloring books and chip bags and stuff because one, it saves on ink, but also I just feel like it gives a little bit of a cleaner look. All right, so I'm going to click on this honeycomb, the one with the open space, and I'm going to pull this so that it's as big as my background. So this one's even bigger, actually. So this might actually be a little too big for me. So I might change that a little to this one. Yeah, let's go with that. I like this one better. It's a little bit less, crazy. All right, so we're going to make it big. And then you see how there's gaps around? All you have to do is copy this background, paste it again, and you should be able to line everything up. So that way there's no you see how you can just lay it on top and it looks like it's continuous? I would suggest maybe doing that. And then this top layer, again, I like the tops to be, even. So we're just going to scoot this over and align all of our things. So I need to slide over one more this way. And again, I'm just trying to line all the things up. So I'm going to copy this one more time, paste. Hi guys, thanks for joining. We're making a coloring book right now. We're designing the background. And you can just place the things where you want to make sure that they are all in alignment. I'm sure Canva has like an actual honeycomb one that I used a while back. I just don't know exactly where it was or where to find it. So if I come across it, I might end up changing this on y'all. But they have like a bigger one here that you can use. It's a little bit more of a square. So again, if you don't like anything you're doing, just go back, try it again, and do your own thing. But again, the whole point is to make the background large enough to cover your entire section. Does that make sense? All right, I need to zoom out so that I can get this entire background where I would like. And you can also crop it if, it bothers you. There we go. Now, this other element that I chose is actually going to be covered a little by my honeycomb. So I'm going to leave this alone. I actually want this to be a background. There used to be an option to make it a background, but I don't know what happened. So I do want this to be static, so I'm going to lock it in place. So by locking it in place, I'm not able to move it around anymore. So that little lock up here in the top right corner allows me to do that. So I know. Thank you for the suggestion, Tiffany. I thought about that after I had already designed. I was like, I need to make this like easier for myself. And since it's on Canva, Canva's really, really great for things like that. So I was like, I need to do something different about this. Okay, so I need to send this to the back so I'm not messing it up. Send backward. Okay, this honeycomb is going to be in the corners. So I'm just going to move this. You see how there's that big white space? I'm just going to use this honeycomb and cover that up because I don't need all that anyway. So I'm going to resize this so that everything fits well. And it gives me a little bit of white space, which I'm actually okay with because, again, I like a lot of white space in my designs. You could also slide it over and make it fit wherever you want it to be. So just keep that in mind if that's something you're interested in doing. And again, you can cover as much or as little space as you would like. Now, keep in mind this black line is identifying where the halfway point of our coloring book is. So you can crop this out if that is something that you want to do. So like you see how it goes over. If you go to crop, you can cut that off to the halfway point, and now it won't be on the front of your book. So that's something to keep in mind as well. All right, the next thing we're going to need is a little B element. So we're going to go to the word B. I'm going to type it in, and I'm looking for a simple little B. But you see how some of them look a little kitty? I don't want this to look kitty. This is for an adult, so I don't want like smiling bees or anything like that. I think this one looks really like mature, and I really like this. I really like this one too. So I'm going to make this smaller. And I'm just going to put it on my honeycomb. Maybe here. Just to give it like an extra little oomph. I think that works. Okay. Now, I need words on here, right? So I'm going to go to text. My favorite Canva font to use is called League Spartan. It's got like a really good, I can zoom in so y'all can see a little bit better. It's got a really good boldness and thickness to it. And I don't really have to change much. So my question is going to be, will you be my bridesmaid? So will you be my bridesmaid? Question mark. All right, I need this to be on different lines. So we'll do be my and then bridesmaid. Okay, now here's a hack that I have for you because I'm really big again on alignment and things. So what I'm gonna do is go over to elements. I'm gonna clear my search bar, click on a shape like a square, and I'm gonna make this my background. I love that it already comes up yellow and all the things I've already put except for the text are in the back. So I want this square to be half of my page. So when I put my words on there, I can center them. See how those guidelines pop up? I see that this is in the center. You can also highlight the text, highlight the background, position, and click center and middle, and it'll do that for you as well. This is a little bit small, so I want to make it a little bit bigger. This is the focal point, so go big or go home, right? All right, so that looks like it's in the middle. I can simply take this yellow square and move it to the next slide or the next page so that I can do the same thing when I get ready for that. So we've got, will you be my bridesmaid? Here's a cute little bee that I found. I want him to land right on the word you. So we're going to leave him right there. And you could actually leave this as is, or you can add a little extra. I added a honey drip to mine. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. I agree. I was looking for a way to keep everything aligned, and I just like shapes. I think it works. So on the honey drip, I went with this one with a lot of like drips, I guess. But you can again choose whichever ones you want. You got to be careful with this yellow because some of them look like cheese. But I did love this honeycomb one. Oops, sorry. I did love this honeycomb one if you want to use that. But it has lots of free elements in Canva. Canva you cannot go wrong with. I honestly don't even believe that they allow you to get all this stuff for free. Like, it's kind of crazy what Canva offers. Now, because this is the coloring book, I'm going to try to line the things up. I want to cover this like first little gap of things. So I'm just going to cover this up. And then, of course, you can always crop your image and slide it and do all that good stuff, whatever kind of floats your boat there. But I'm going to flip this around so that the longest strip is on the side. Because remember, you're folding your book. So I think that works, actually. Make it a little bit longer. Just cover the top. I want to cover that up. So I guess I'll have to scoot. There you go. Might move this. Nah, no need to reinvent the wheel. All right, so my B is behind this, so I'm just going to send this backward, and now my B is in front. Yay. Okay, so we got Will You Be My Bridesmaid? Everything looks good. If you want to center everything, again, you can group it or position and go to middle. And if you group it first, it will move the entire thing, which, of course, allows you to utilize the space a little bit better. So there you go. All right. If that light blue again is bothering you, you can always change that color too to like a navy or a black. You know, keep it cohesive. I think I like black. All right. Now on the back, I just want something simple that says thank you for being a great friend. So I'm going to go back to that Leek Spartan and I'm going to type thank you for, and then being is a pun. So I want BEE in quotes, a great friend. Exclamation point. Okay. Now, when you pull this over here, you may not be able to see the words as clear because the honeycomb elements in the back are a little bit hard on the eye. So again, if you go to elements and go to shape, you can just put a yellow bar behind that or a black bar, whatever you're kind of feeling. I think the yellow kind of works a little bit better. So I'm just going to expand this and bring it down a little. And I think I'm going to chop that off. I don't like that. I'm going to move it up. There you go. Now, again, you may not like this. This is why we're designing. You can do whatever it is that you would like. It's totally up to you. It's your coloring book. So have at it. Do what you want. I am going to pick this up so that it's in line. Highlight everything and position it so that it's nice and even. There we go. All right. And I'm going to pull that up because I don't like that white space at the top there. I think that's weird. So we're just going to go to the border. All right. So we've got our first and last page of our coloring book. This is our cover portion. I also don't need this black line anymore. So I'm going to send to the back and I'm going to grab my black line and I'm going to delete it because I don't want that to actually be on my coloring book. And I need to slide this over just a tad. All right. I think we're good. Okay. So we've got this part. Oh, that's looking a little crazy. Sorry, I just need to, oh no, it's halfway. Okay, I'm good. All right, so I think we're pretty okay here. There we go. Cover it up a little bit. I'm trying to give a little white space because I want to look like it's colored in, but not really. So it's more of a personal preference, but you can do what you would like. I think that looks good. There we go. I want just a little bit of white space in between so it looks like I colored it, you know? You feel me? Y'all feeling me? All right, I think that's good enough for now. Okay, thanks, guys. I'm glad y'all love it. I'm so glad. This makes me smile. Okay, so that's page 1. Now, when you go down to page 2, all you're looking for is coloring sheets, right? So I'm asking, will you be my bridesmaid? So what I'm gonna type in the search bar is wedding coloring pages. Oh, I put weeding. Wedding is what I'm looking for. Now, when I type wedding coloring pages, it's gonna already spit out the things that are black and white. And all you gotta do is color them in. I also love Canva because the elements you choose are all cohesive. So for instance, I want this first one to say, help me wedding day plan. So I'm gonna click on my image. Again, I'm gonna center it with my box here. I think this is a little bit small, so maybe I'll make it just a tad bit bigger. I think 4.5-ish is for the width is where we need to be. So I'm going to highlight my square, my box and everything, and I'm going to position middle and center. And it works every time. So that way when you print your coloring book, it's all in alignment and you don't have to really do anything extra. So I would strongly suggest getting you a square and just keeping it there. All right, now same thing for the text. I'm going to type help me plan. Okay, so help me comes first. I think 50 is a good font size. If you would like to go bigger, of course, you can be my guest. 60 is probably, oh, not 660, just regular 60. All right, but here's the thing. I don't like a lot of bold stuff going on. I want to color it. So if you click the effects button and go over to hollow, it will make it open. So when you color it in, you can actually color in the letters, and that's called hollow. So help me, and then I want to copy, paste, and I'm going to use my guidelines. See the red lines that pop up? I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, and I'm going to change this to the word plan. Okay, help me plan. Then I'm going to copy everything or highlight everything and then center it in the middle. See how everything moved over? If it really bothers you, you can distribute vertically and everything will kind of spread itself out. So now that I'm done with that side, I'm again going to copy everything, copy, paste, and I'm going to pull it over to the side. I don't really need this yellow square anymore. So one coloring page is done. And then I'm going to move that square down to the next slide so it's ready to use for the next one. Okay, now back up here, I want another coloring page. So let's do a cake this time. You see how the line weights are kind of similar? You don't have to worry about that because you got it from the same like Canva space. So again, I like cohesion. I like for it to match. I'm using my guidelines to make sure everything's good. I'm going to resize this to 4.5. Actually, that's a little large. So I think that, see my guidelines popping up everywhere? They're like, nah, you good, sis. Go ahead and do it. So I think we're good now. Again, if you want to copy the things and recenter them, I would strongly suggest that. It's bold or it's gray, which means we're already done. Hi, guys. Thanks for being here. All right. So now I'm going to put eat lots of cake. Eat lots of cake. There you go. So now we got one page done. You can do the same exact thing, and actually it might even be easier if you duplicate this page as is and just change the words and change the pictures. Like, it really is not anything crazy. I would also suggest you use the magic recommendations because they might give you different looks as well. Like this one's cute. It's like toast to the bride and groom. So maybe that's our next page. You can say toast to the bride and groom. Put it in the middle. Toast the, actually this is a be my bridesmaid, so toast to me. Toast to the bride. Forget the groom. Forget the groom, he's not important. Toast the bride. And there you go. Now you got a brand new coloring sheet, and then of course maybe one more. Just married, send me off in style. So let's get rid of this one in the back. Again, I'm using my guidelines to, hi y'all, thanks for joining. I'm using my guidelines to do the things. There you go. My red line just popped up, so I know I'm in good hands. Again, you can position, middle, center. Oh, not that. I'm missing my square. That's why I went all the way over there. And then you can say, send me off in style. Send me off. Oops. Send me off in style. I don't like this, so I'm just gonna alter the what is this? The font size just a little because I don't like 2 lines. I don't want that. There you go. All right, and then of course I'm gonna highlight everything and make sure it's in the middle. It is, so I'm good. And that's it. You got 2 more pages you could do if you would like, but I feel like y'all got the gist of the design portion. So if you are down to tag me in what you've designed, please do so. You can tag me at @BloomerBride, and I would love to see what you guys make. Good luck and happy crafting.